Okay, we're back. So here in this section, I'm going to describe how the function buttons work, the 1 to 4 for each one of the locomotives. So in this screen, this is the main screen, local control mode. You see it's written local. Then the next three addresses, 3 digits on the top row is the address of the locomotive. Then whether or not function 0 is turned on or off. Then it corresponds to the next locomotive, 3 digits for the address, and then the function 0, 3 digits for the address, function 0. The fourth one, 3 digits for the address, function 0. Then the next line, it says FUN. It tells you whether or not those functions are on. In this case, they're all off. They'll turn to an asterisk like the function 0 here if you turn them on. And then you have the speed. So in this case, the speed for each one of the locomotives, the first locomotive set to 0, and the direction, the next locomotive speed, direction, speed, direction, speed, direction. So the thing is to if you if you use the keypad and you start pressing up and down for each one of the rows, this is see how you can just add the I don't have a ready-made unit, so this is still in parts. The first row will again be for the first locomotive, second row second locomotive, third row third locomotives, and fourth row fourth locomotive. If you start pressing the first button, what happens is the speed of the locomotive is going to start going up. So we don't want to be adjusting the speed. We want to be adjusting, because we're in the local screen, we want to be adjusting the functions. So underneath we're going to go to press this one of the switches underneath for operation mode. I'll press it now. Oh, that was the emergency brake. The next button. Let me feel for it. There's a turnout control, and there's the function control. So now we're at the right screen. So now you'll see these are the addresses of the locomotive. First one is 34, second one is 50, the third one is 51 and 58. So now if I go to the keypad and I want to turn on the functions, let me try and zoom in here. See, now the function 1 is turned on. So at a glance, you'll be able to see function 1 for the first locomotive is turned on. If I go to the first button in the second row and I press that one, hold on, that's the wrong one. This one, then that's it. Function 1 of the second locomotive is turned on. Then this one will represent function 1 of the third locomotive and function 1 of the fourth locomotive. Now I go to the next row of buttons. I can turn on the next function 2. This will be function 2 of the second locomotive, function 2 of the third, function 2 of the fourth. So as you toggle through these, you can turn them on and off. But this is just a function. You can't adjust the speed of the trains or anything. You're turning on the functions, which is whatever, the bell or the whistle or whatever. Then if you go underneath, again, you press the options button. Now you go back to the local screen. Oh, did I unplug the power? No. Oh, I hit the emergency brake. Sorry. See, now we're back to the main screen where we're running the locomotives, and you can see there it's toggled. So at a glance on that main screen, you can see whether or not your bells are ringing or the horn is ringing or whatever functions. And now if you play with the keypad, you'll be actually adjusting the speed of the train and the direction of the train, and again, function 0. So you have to keep toggling to the other screen to be able to, I'll try it again, toggle back. Oops, wrong button. Toggle back, turnout, and then functions. So you're going between local, turnout, and the functions. So now again, here you can adjust them. Then you go back to the speed. Then turnout, function, there you're adjusting them. So that's how this works. So the next thing I'll talk about is the turnout controls. This particular unit, what happens is we set up the turnouts in the routes. So they're labeled, here you have A, and then step 1, and then what the function is, and then the direction. That little line will tell you whether it's straight or it's thrown. So let me see. Yeah, see, I can adjust the step 1. I'll say it's the address 11. And I'll hit this button, and then the step 2, it's telling me the address. So it's route A. Second step is turnout 15 is thrown. Third step, turnout 13 is straight. Fourth step, turnout 3 is turn, and so forth. So this is the play mode, because it's I'm not actually changing the numbers, I'm just reading what the roots are. So there's 8, the 8th step is turnout 23 is straight, 9th, 10th, 11th is 0, 0. So it means there's only 11 steps in this particular in this root A. So then I can go pressing number 22. Let me see what I'm doing on this keypad. Bear with me. So now this is the next is root B, and now you can go through, so you can toggle to root B, root C, D, E, and you goes through them, and you can check what the steps are set. F, G, this is going backwards, so again the keypad will go forward, backwards. You can see what the individual steps are. You can actually turn the turnout individually. So let's say you put the turnout 16 and you hit the button, it'll go straight or throw. If you press the corner button, I believe it's going to toggle through. See, now what it's doing is toggling through all the roots in the turnout. So in the case, let's say I'll go to root A, which had about 10 steps, I believe. I'll say, okay, run those guys, run that route. I'll hit the execute button, and it runs through all those steps. So whatever you programmed the turnouts to be, it'll run through those steps. I'll show you a little bit more also how this works on the 16 by 2 display. Back in a minute.